Many of us have heard of the World War I Christmas truce, whether from a documentary, a movie, a grocery store ad, or a great song. But did you know that there was also a World War II Christmas truce? Well, kinda, because this story is almost entirely anecdotal, coming from the stories of people there, rather than official documents. We know of this story because of the memories and stories of the people there, like Fritz Winken. Officially, there was no Christmas truce during World War II anywhere. So relax, grab some hot cocoa or eggnog, and just enjoy the story for what it is. The story begins on Christmas Eve, 1944. About a week ago, Nazi Germany had just launched a massive offensive into the Ardennes, resulting in the Battle of the Bulge. But this story doesn't take place on a battlefield. This story takes place in a small cottage by Monschau, Germany, with a young Fritz Winken and his mother, Elisabeth. When all of a sudden, 3 American soldiers come knocking. One of them is badly wounded, and they're all tired. Fritz's mother is well aware of the consequences of harboring the enemy, but it is Christmas, and she decides to take them in anyways. Fritz and his mother prepare a meal of roasted potatoes and roasted hen for the American GIs. When all of a sudden, there's another knocking at the door. Fritz and his mother go to investigate. They're German soldiers. A moment of panic overcomes the household as the Germans ask to stay at the small cottage for the night. But Elisabeth regains her composure and tells the 4 German soldiers that they may stay, as long as they could accept the other guests. The German corporal leading the soldiers replied, "Who are they? Americans?" She responds something along the lines of, "Listen, you could all be my sons, and so could they in there. A boy with a gunshot wound, fighting for his life, and his 2 friends, lost like you, and just as hungry and exhausted as you are. This one night, this Christmas night, let us forget about the killing." Startled and somewhat moved by this speech, the German soldiers handed over their weapons, and the GIs did the same. The Germans then brought a bottle of wine and a loaf of rye bread, and that night, soldiers of opposing sides sat down for a Christmas meal in peace. Well, at first it was awkward, obviously, perhaps like a family dinner with your very political uncles. Soon, suspicion faded, and everyone became calm during the meal. In the morning of the next day, the Americans and the Germans would shake hands and depart along with Fritz and Elisabeth. In the 1990s, Fritz would be reunited with one of the American soldiers who were present on that fateful day. It is unknown if any more tiny truces like this occurred anywhere else, but it's funner to think if they did. So a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all, and especially a happy and safe holidays for those who experience war on their doorsteps. Perhaps 50 years from now, we may speak of stories like this one once again.